Yo, what's good? Here's another clip of me progressing through Uncanny Legends. This stage is like really fun because it's just constant boss spawning, and I think it's pretty cool how it's just like every time you kill a boss, another boss spawns. But it is kind of hard. I wouldn't say you need a rich cat, but I feel like Can and Modern Cat is really necessary in this stage, just so you can do massive amounts of damage. Castley, I don't think is really necessary in this stage. I just use it for the relic Ross that's about to come out. I forgot his name, but yeah. I personally think you should also use Housewife. It's a really good unit because of its LD and its Savage Blow. Metal Macho probably you don't need it, but I do recommend Modern Cat just because it's just not really resistance, but it's resistant against relics, and that's really helpful. Plus, I think if you have Castley, use her because it'll stop the relic Rost from cursing all your towers or cats, but it doesn't really matter for curses as long as it's not a targeting relic. But I'm pretty sure if it's targeting relic, it can't get cursed. I don't know if that's true though. But honestly, it doesn't really matter if Cassie or not, as long as you have a really good Uber to kill it, or at least a really good unit. But I think Housewife would do the job if you're able to stall enough time for it to kill. But all in all, it isn't that hard to kill. The only challenge is probably going to be the relic bun that comes out, but I think Modern Cat does a really good job of just stalling it so you can get hits. And Housewife is really good for him just because of its LD again. I feel like Metal Macho also was really helpful, but I mean, it really isn't that helpful considering that the relic bun attacks so fast, just like the relic Rost right now. I don't know if Metal Macho is really helpful in this scenario or the relic bun scenario, but it's still nice to use because it tanks though. If you can knock back the bun, that'd be really great, so you can have Housewife have a chance of attacking. But if you don't knock back, it's still fine. As you can see, like Housewife is still able to hit because of how short Bun's range is compared to Housewife. But if she can land a Savage Blow, it's even better just because I think it does like 3 times its damage. But all in all, if you have Can, Modern Cat, Housewife, and a really good Uber, you might be able to beat the stage. It isn't really necessarily that hard, but again, that depends on how far you are in the game or how prepared you are for this stage. But for me, it only took me 2 attempts. The first one, I just went in to see what's in the stage. But I did end up beating it the first attempt. I just didn't record it. So this is technically my second attempt. On my first attempt, I didn't use Modern Cat. I think I used Manic Eraser, Manic Mohawk, and Ramen. I think I also used Metal Macho. So everything but Modern Cat, and it's still beatable. So even if you don't have Modern Cat, you don't really need it. I mean, I beat it without it, but I did also use Castley. But I'm pretty sure you can use Fanoa as long as it doesn't get cursed. If it gets cursed, it's just completely useless because it does massive damage against everything but traitless. So yeah. But if you have an Uber or any unit good against relics, I suggest using it in this stage. I also recommend having your Can and Housewife at a pretty high level if you have enough XP. But it really does matter, I feel like, for levels. But if you have plus levels, it also it's really good just so you don't have to level it up as much. I think mine's level 40 plus 11 for my Can and Housewife is like 40 plus 5. But it really doesn't matter. Alright, I'll see y'all.